Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints on the Friday evening. How are you doing, Jessica? How are you doing, DCS Martin? Where stands DCS Martin or DCS? Where is standing that for? No data. What the heck? So I am streaming right now from my gaming PC, an i7 computer. I got it back from the repair last Tuesday, something like that. So I was really curious and I was like, let's try it out. Let's do some video editing, put some things in there, and just, hey, 3D Puck, how are you doing? Nice to see you, man. So I was like, just start the DaVinci Resolve video edit. Just let it wait for 50 minutes and let's see what the computer is going to do. Nothing. It just was there. And I was like, did they fix it? Because the thing is, if they are fixing the computer, you get a fresh new computer. So you can reinstall everything on the machine for, well, I think 4 times. So yeah, I thought problem solved. Maybe it is now really solved. But as Martin would know if he saw one of my tweets today, I am pissed off. Can I say that? No, can I? Well, I just did. So what does that mean? What is going on? So my computer came back for the second time of repair. The first time they changed the power supply and the graphics card. I went from an GeForce RTX 3060 12 gigabyte GRAM to a same card with TI, a better card, but just 8 gigabytes of VRAM in it. GRAM, VRAM, whatever RAM. But so the memory on the card is less, but I was Googling it, but this seems to be a better card than the previous that I paid for. Well, I paid for the whole machine. So after a while, the problems did return, like, like those annoying zombies in certain movies. They keep coming back. They are so annoying. Or mosquitoes that you think you killed, they are still returning. Or like flies. If you take the wings off a fly, how is it called? Anyways, so after a few days, I got the same issues again after the first repair. So I got in contact with MSI or MSE. I don't know how you call it in right English, but I will say MSE. So they said, yeah, you have to send it back again. And so I filed a repair request. I did get a answer back that I can send it with the DHL shipping label, etc., etc. So it went back, but this time it took way longer to get it back to me again. I think that the computer was there for 2 weeks, something like that. I'm not really sure. I lost count. But anyways, this week it came back and I was like, is it now fixed? They changed the CPU, the main board, and the graphics card. So this is graphics card number 3 for me. And yeah, yesterday evening I was working on DaVinci Resolve. I was working on a video that I posted today about the Creality Cr200b. Yeah, I know Crux sounds a little bit weird for a 3D printer, but must be a mindset behind it. I didn't find it on the website though. Just drinking some natural vodka. Just water. Just tap water. And yeah, I think I was working 1 hour in the video editing. I was doing some cutting and I was looking at my screen, and then suddenly everything black. And I was like, bluffs. I was steaming hot angry. I was really holding myself in to not trash my computer. I mean, I went from a MacBook Pro, which I still have. I said to my wife, hey, you know, listen, I bought a brand new computer. It is 1,700 euros. It's a expensive computer, in my opinion, expensive. This one was 200 euros more than my MacBook Pro. But then the MacBook Pro is now 3 years old. But the thing is, this is an i7 gaming PC, a CPU, a octa-core 2.4 gigahertz. Originally, there is 16 gigabytes of RAM in it, but I put a additional 16 gigabyte of RAM in it as well. Yeah, further, I think it should be a decent PC, but DaVinci Resolve, it's a very hard time. And I know from a fact that DaVinci Resolve is a quite demanding video editing software. But to say, oh, you know what, I'm going to pay monthly 50 euros for Adobe Premiere just to try if that does work with my computer. Well, the thing is, I bought the computer to you know, get some better video editing in my videos. You know, doing a little bit more than just take some parts out and then that's it, and then upload the video. I'm not like that. I want to do a little bit more. I want to not only inform and, you know, show people some amazing 3D printers or 3D prints. I also want to entertain. I want to make your time that you are watching my videos to be as nice as possible, as entertaining as possible, that you sometimes learn something from it, or maybe not, I don't know. But you know, that is fun to watch and not annoying, because the video edits are bad and, you know, the video is way longer. You know, the video of today about the Creality Cr200b, originally with all my footage it was in half an hour, but that is just raw footage. I got now something for cloud. Maybe I should uninstall Unreal. Just a second. I need to check something. I got 102 gigabyte. Why do I get something? Okay. Anyways, so I want to give people the best kind of video that I can offer next to my full-time job and being a parent of 2 daughters going to the teenage years, or one is already 10, the other one is 8 years. You know, and also doing other things that I need to do as an adult. I watched your recent video. Might save up my money to get the crux. Yes, I think and I hope that Trunksy would maybe send me one 3D printer. I hope they do that. But if they don't, well, they get free advertisement from me, which a lot of brands will get anyways. I make a lot of free advertisements without getting paid by them or getting anything. But hey, I can give my free opinion about certain printers. Maybe I get slaughtered by maybe some fans. I don't know. But, you know, you can say whatever you want from Trunksy, but I do need to say, and I already said it in a video, I think that this Crux is going to be a very popular 3D printer. If it is, if I can say something like that, it would be a very popular 3D printer to have, because it is small, you can carry it everywhere, it's a direct drive, you can print almost every kind of filament on it. It's lightweight. It is less than 6 kilo. If you hang a spool of filament on it, let's go, it's 7 kilograms. But it's a cheap 3D printer, very portable, compact, and still you can print 180 millimeter in printing volume on that. I think that the Trunksy, in my opinion, set a new standard, and I hope that the price of 180 US dollars will stay for a very long time, because they are going to bust, to rock the whole 3D printer or printing world. That's what I think. How is your day? Oh, well, my day is good. I'm streaming here and I'm having fun, not thinking too much about my computer, or that there is a possibility that this stream can suddenly hang and you won't see anything and you'll see a frozen screen. Sometimes I get a green dot with on the side. Now it's excellent connection, but sometimes it says no data. I don't know what they mean with no data, because I'm currently, because this is a quick or fast PC, no dropped frames. I'm live for 15 minutes, which is great. CPU is 1.5%, and I'm streaming at a frame rate of 60 frames per second. If you want to know the kilobit per second, well, currently 10K kilobit per second. So I'm pushing the limits. So my day is pretty good. I was very busy with my full-time job. In between, I also did some other things, video editing. No, I was yesterday or last night, I was so tired. I think it was half past 1, and I was like, I need to finish this video. And then suddenly, okay, sorry, what did I say? And then you go back to the last editing point, and then you start that point again to see where you need to cut, and then what? Sorry, I did not get what I said. So going back, so if you did that a few times, then you know, better go to bed, sleep over, and try to catch up the next day. What kind of full-time job do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, of course, you are very free to ask almost anything. Anything. I don't know if you know the term auto processing specialist. That's what I do. it's a fancy word for somebody. It's a I didn't, you know, I I don't want to say that I was a school dropout, but my educational level wasn't that great. Maybe smart in the head, but you know, nothing to prove that I am. Um, so on the elementary school, I was being bullied, so my grades were not that great. I I had some problems at home. So almost sounds like a drama movie. Uh, so I had also a brother, 10 years younger than me. Well, was basically my stepbrother. But my stepfather, you know how those things go. They they want me together with his son in the same school. So he said to the teacher, "Yeah, let's put him on there." So eventually, I had just three choices. One was painter, one was carpenter, framer, timmerman, and working with metal or metal worker. Is that a word? Anyways, so the last two I didn't like at all, but painting also not. But I did finish that one, and I had some good grades, but not, yeah, well, not good enough to, you know, get a little bit higher. So I continued with painting in the next school. My grades were like sky high. Everything went pretty well, but I didn't like painting at all. So I dropped out of school. I started to work in warehouses, in production. I saw them all. So eventually I came to Schneider Electric, and since 2007 I worked there. And since 2015 I'm working as a order processing specialist. A job, if you're looking this job on the internet, it's something for, yeah, here in the Netherlands it's called HBO. Don't confuse this with a streaming service, okay? But it's a bachelor degree education needed, or you know, think, no, how is, they say here in the Netherlands, werk en denkniveau. So working and knowledge degree. I don't know if that is the correct word, but it's kind of a fun job. It's sorry, not that hard. Howdy. I had the same problem. I got bullied at school for 4 years. Oh, sorry, that is shit. I couldn't prove me being smart on paper, and school is just, yeah, yeah. You know, the thing is, when I left elementary school, you get all the basic knowledge that you can get, you know, and then you go to, yeah, here in the Netherlands, it's called a LTS, a low technical. It's for, if you finish the 4 years of school, you can go to a um, construction place, and you know, do some painting, painting walls, painting doors, painting everything except for being a Picasso. So, or a metal worker, so working on CNC machines. No, then you have to be a machine operator, and since you don't have that degree, you cannot do that. So, yeah. So I was at the school. I was constantly talking with my neighbor. I was all the way in the back in the class. I was always talking with my neighbor behind me, and I had always high grades. The school wasn't difficult at all. It was for me, yeah, too easy. But no teacher said anything to my parents like, your son is sitting on the wrong school. No, they did, or maybe they did, but my stepfather never said that. But oh boy, if I ever hear something like that my teachers would actually say something like that to him, but he never said it to me. But I cannot do that here in the Netherlands because I get arrested. So yeah, so I went to another school, the other one that where I dropped out because of the lower educational level. I had to do a little pre traject. It's a Dutch word, I know, but I had to do something to get on the higher level. But that was for just in half a year. I did that. I passed it, and then 4 months later, I was already ahead of everybody else from that same normal level. So I was like, yeah, just one book and I'm done. The only thing that I need to do are the exams for the theoretical side and do all the practice things from the painting, from being a painter. I did not want to do that. I was very good at math. I was very good in science. There were the things that I love to do, but on a technical school, you don't need that. I don't. Okay. Hey, 3D medical improvements. How are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Did you watch Calgary Stampede today? No, I did not. What's that? Is that? Did you watch the Calgary? Is that something on Twitter or on YouTube or what is it? A lot of schools are more memory based, less about learning to learn. That, my friend Gary, that is so true. You are going to be programmed to know what you know without critical thinking for yourself. Hey, teacher, listen, if I shut up. But if you do, shut up. No, that I understand. There is no room for own thinking. So I hear a lot of college or university students. They say sometimes, university is cool, but it's waste of money because you learn more, in life. But there are some cool things you can do if you have a university degree. But that is what I think. I don't understand school at this point because school teaches us that a problem has one correct solution. Yeah, that's true. But it has many in math. I use a different method, to solve an yeah. I meant parade. Was a joke. Nobody outside Canada. Well, if you have a YouTube video of it or something, then I would like to watch that. Is it something nice to watch? It was the first ones since COVID. Cool. One week ago I got a rejection of a job interview that I had. It was a second job interview for the job. This was also on the same level, also bachelor degree level, but they refused me because my sister-in-law works with the company and they have a strict policy. I'm not going to mention any names, but it has to do with health care. I'm not going to mention any names, but I like hints. healthcare packaging. So, but because my sister-in-law is working there and it's not allowed to have family relatives to working in the same company, they are looking for people that want to stay longer there. How to scare away people just like that. But anyways, I'm sitting here being a YouTuber, making some amazing content for everybody to see. I never thought that I would do something like that. Just for the thoughts. What if I got high grades on the elementary school and I went to high school, or I don't know how would you call it, but eventually I came on university level and doing some amazing stuff with science and stuff. Would I be sitting here? That is a question. Would I be sitting here talking with you amazing guys or girls? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm cleaning my glasses, but it's getting worse. I'm just going to put some other glasses on. My smart glasses. They are looking amazing. So, what do you know? But they are very reflective. So maybe I should... So if you are looking to the reflection of my glasses, you will actually see what I'm seeing. Or my glasses see, because you cannot see because of the reflection where I'm looking at right now. No, I'm just having fun here. I enjoyed the time being here with you guys, knowing that I surpassed the 950,000 views on that I surpassed the 950,000 views on YouTube. It did take me quite a while to get there, but hey, I'm very happy. I'm very glad. I'm not complaining here. Very European, Netherlands looking. Oh, Gary, thank you. I know a girl. She's living together with her boyfriend, like a professor. I just need a white lab coat, something like that. Maybe I should buy one. What do you think? But she has glasses that almost have the same kind of looks. Well, the thing is that, Gary, this company, it's on health, or it's in the medical scene, so they are they really need people that want to stay with the company for a longer time and wants to build up with this company. And I said to to the three people that I had to talk with, I said, I want to be that guy. I don't fully understand what I need to do, but according to the job description, according to the task that I need to do, I'm very willing to learn and to execute those things that are required for me to do. But, you know, they had their thoughts about it. The crux printer in your recent video, so you have to have a Bowden tube so long? No, it's that this Bowden tube is there to guide the filament through to your extruder, the direct drive extruder. And I think also the Bowden tube if you are going to print something like nylon, that you are using a dry box or a filament dryer to put your nylon in there, put the PTFE tube connected to this filament dryer, and that the filament, the nylon filament, is under a certain temperature, feeding it into your 3D printer and then printing it on a build plate. So I think that Tronxy did a very smart job in using a PTFE tube to guide filament to the direct drive. So can you cut the Bowden tube shorter? I don't see why you would do that. Of course you can always do that, but the spool of filament is on the side and then it rolls yeah, next to the carriage or the Z-axis gantry up to your direct drive. So why would you make it shorter? The Bowden tube is in this case only for, you know, making sure that it is guided into the direct drive the most easiest way. So I think my iPhone battery is almost empty or almost over. So I'm thinking about it to buy a replacement battery, because I don't see any need why I should buy a new phone. I can name a lot of things why I should get a new phone, but anyways, so I have this iPhone for 3 years. Yeah, in January it's going to be the 4th year, or then I have the phone for 4 years. And so yeah, it's a great phone, but I noticed that if I fully charge my phone, I don't charge every single time my phone. Only if the battery is almost empty, then I recharge my phone in order to get to you know, make sure that the battery stays good for a long time, that the conditions are right. Because I have experiences with the Bowden tube blocking or having quite some pressure from the strong filaments. Oh yes, I can imagine that. I can imagine. But I see the Bowden tube as a benefit. But I can imagine that there are some other thoughts about it. Yeah, after a long duration of time, also the filament is going to, you know, slide, you know, wear down the Bowden tube, and then eventually you need to replace it. But how expensive are Bowden tubes? Especially the Capricorns, they are not that expensive. I thought I paid 13 euros for 1 meter of PTFE tube from Capricorn, so I don't think it's that expensive. So my back end of the live stream looks okay. 60 views, 3 likes, 3 current viewers. Nice. I'm going to clean the other glasses with some cleaning towels. Um, Oh, can we get a setup tour? Which kind of tour do you mean? Of my printers? It's a very messy room right now. But if you mean like it's set up to or from my printers, yeah, sure, you can get. I did last week. I also did one. But maybe you're asking me because you want to find out if I have some projects running. Well, you can ask that as well if you want. I don't have any secret printers, by the way, so there's one printer that I'm going to do a video about this coming week. So it's still in the box, but I'm not going to tell which brand of the PC. Oh. You're an amazing guy, Martin. I also need to respond to the guy whom I gave a printer, or that I said that he can have it. You know, the thing is, I want to maybe do more giveaways in the future, but I'm currently limited to my budget, because to keep my printers running, I need to have some filament, but also some money to buy some replacement or some other stuff that you might need if you have printers, because printers do wear down. There is no exception to any other brand. Some will take longer because they are using quality parts, but eventually you still need to replace it. Because, let's be honest, today in the video I talked about the Prusa Mini Plus. Prusa itself is a great brand, but I'm not from the opinion that the Mini is a great printer. There's a reason for it, because I have one, and after several weeks of printing, I got some bad prints. Because one time I got a clogged nozzle, or a blocked nozzle, because of a filament that was not passing the quality, or that did pass the quality department, but they didn't take it out, because this filament had on several points thick spots. So, I can see clearly now the whole screen. It's gonna be bright. Yeah, whatever. Nobody wants to hear me singing. Yeah. So I was planning to work on a 3D printer today, but it's talk and print, and as long as I'm talking, working on something, I am not talking. So eventually I'm going to be silent. People are leaving, and I don't like that. It is what it is. I do like talking during prints, or talking. Currently I have no printer ready to print anything, and everybody's like, what? Yeah, that's true. I got no printer ready to print anything on it, to be honest. Oh wait, I can use the Qdtac, but I have ABS on it. Ha. Yeah, I can do that. Yes, I can. Yeah. I think that the Qdtac is a very beautiful, very great printer. I was on a army cadet camp all week. Came back today. It was amazing. I got blank fire A. Oh, that is so cool. You know, I oh I cannot say that I never shoot a gun. I actually hold severals, but you know, stay with the subject, Zachary. So the first gun that I ever touched or hold was a unloaded Desert Eagle in Israel. I went to I don't want to say shooting range, but it is from a shooting club, and there we use some air guns. I don't know how you would really call them, but I could shoot several times, and I was pretty good at that. And yeah, that was it. Because yeah, here in the Netherlands, you are not allowed to have a gun. You can get permission, but only if you are at a club or being a club member for, shooting. But they are so strict with it. Every single year, you will get police in your house looking at your permits, looking at the guns, how you have stored them. Because if you do not obey the rules, then you lose your license, you get rid of your guns like that. It's insane. Oh, for an air rifle. It's a marksmanship badge. .22 bullet. Oh, wow. That is nice. There was a game that I used to play back in the late 90s, early 20s. What's called American's Army. And there when I played with several other people online, I played a lot of time with the sniper rifle. I was pretty good at it. Patience, waiting, and shooting. Also, by the way, a few weeks ago, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare with those missions, and then I got a sniper rifle, and I was like, yeah. And then chuk chuk chuk. It's so fun, sniper rifles. So, Martin asked for a little tour. I can give a little tour. I don't know how I would do that. Oh, there is a way to do that. But I'm not going to move that camera. I am going to add the other camera. Like that. I'm just making it bigger. Something. Does this work? So I don't know why is the screen like that? I don't know. Is the screen good like this? Okay. Anyways, I'm not going to wait. So to start with, this is my this is my gaming PC setup. It is open. It should be closed, but since I have a additional hard disk drive, I did disconnect it because it might be the case that hard disk drive caused the problems. The graphics card, the RTX 3060 Ti, 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and then also the, you know, the normal RAMs. A very nice fan. In general, the computer is looking nice, and also what you can see right here on the stats here from my live stream. It's running very smoothly, so yeah, that is fine. So to start in the left corner, we have the Creality Cr200b and another Creality Cr200b. That one I bought with my own money, I think 2 years ago. I lost count. And that printer I won during a live stream this year. And soon I'm going to make a little comparison video if there's a difference between this one and that one. And I can already tell you that I saw some things in the newer one that looks a tiny bit different than the first version. So then we have the Qdtac X Plus, a wonderful 3D printer. I like to use it. Currently it is just silent for a few days because I printed a lot of ABS parts on it that are all ABS parts, except when the color is brown. Yeah, it's printed in PLA because it is bigger and that printer isn't that big. Then the Elegoo Mars 2 Pro, the red one, and next to it is the Mercury Plus. So then above we have an old CTC Prusa i3 MK2 printer. It's a clone, it's not the original. Next to that we have an original Prusa Mini Plus. So next to that it's the Anycubic Mega Zero, the first version. Above that on there is a Easy Treat X1 standing, a very small printer, printing volume 101010. Next to it, it's the I think it's the last time that you are going to see this printer. It's the Ender 3 Pro, an heavy modified printer, but that one is going to be being donated to a other printer called a belt printer. So I'm going to do something with that printer. There is the Qdtac A10T. I always like to say Qdtac because there are multiple E's, so why not saying it like that? Then it's a Voronized Ender 6. It's a yeah, some people already said it to me. Hey Zachary, it's not a Voron. It's a misabuse from the name of Voron. Puh. I call it whatever I like because I changed different kind of hardware. I make it fully enclosed, and I also did talk about it with Nero, and Nero said it's fine with me, no problem here. Because for installation of Clipper, I followed the instructions of Voron V0.1 and, you know, made some little adjustments. So it's not an Ender 6 with Clipper on it. Yes, it is Clipper what I installed on it, but it's different in my opinion. So there I have the Ender 3 V2. That one I gifted last week away to somebody from out of the Netherlands. So I'm going to message him and ask if he can pick it up this week. So the Delta printer, it's the Evelson QQS Pro. There is an original E3D Titan extruder on it. I was also planning to replace the hot end for a original E3D V6 hot end. Then we have the BQBX. Next to that is the Focus Odin Smart. And we have also a CNC milling machine somewhere there in the corner. There is a IDEX 3D printer, the JG Maker Artist D Pro. I did change something causing that it is not printing like an IDEX should print. Although I do get some IDEX prints out of the printer. But it's a crappy machine. And then we have the Artillery Sidewinder X2. Wonderful machine. I do quite a lot of prints on it and also the bigger prints. Then here on the ground is the Anycubic Viper. I'm planning to do something with it because the nozzle is clogged and I need to replace the whole nozzle. So then there is also a box with a printer standing. That one I'm not going to show. That is something is going to be shown later. And then last but not least, the because of the light, but there is a Voron V0.1. So that are all the 3D printers that I currently have in this setup. Now you know. I mean, no, that is the first printer that I'm giving away. But you need to imagine that all printers, or except for the Qdtac, the Anycubic, and the Prusa Mini, the Focus, and the Artillery. So one more time again. So the Prusa Mini, the Anycubic Mega Zero, the Qdtac, the Focus Odin 5, and the Artillery Sidewinder. Those 5 printers I didn't buy. Yeah, and also the one that stands next to the table. So all other printers I bought with my own money. And I think if I need to estimate the price... Hey, Lewis, how are you doing? Welcome. I need to respond to your email. I'm going to do that right now. I was planning to respond it as soon as possible, but I didn't came to it. But I'm now going to do that. So hey, what an entrance, right? Goodbye, everyone. Oh, you are going? Oh yeah, Lewis. So I did respond. don't expect a too long message because I'm very I can talk for a long time. Don't worry or hurry. But if we so I can make it very easy, very short. I did ask if you have the possibility to come over this coming Sunday. I will see if it is possible or not. What did I miss? New plans? Well, I have for this week. No, last week I was busy with editing a video about a dice tower that I got from Mystic Roll or Unchained Games, something like that. So there I'm going to post a video this coming week. I said that I want to post one video per week, but this week I already posted 3 videos. Did I post 3 videos this week? Nah, no, I did not. I did not do that. Come on. Annuleer. Allez zeg, kom. Kom er nou. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, exactly like that. Exactly. So a week ago, I came with the Creality Ender 3 S1 Plus closer look, but the thing is, I like to talk a lot and much, and I don't know if all my viewers do like it. If not, then okay, I'm sorry, but the second hobby of a YouTuber is talking. And the first one is the one that they are making videos about. I've seen the video up on the nozzle swapper. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I I like to think about possibilities, challenges, some critical things about anything what has to do with 3D printing. Well, usually I make closer look videos. I started with news and updates, but then you get so much topics during one video. How are you going to give the title? Somebody said a few years ago, but Zachary, you can also call it Zachary News and Updates. Yeah, that is already the name of it, but try to put the thing where you are going to talk about in the title, the description, and the text, or else you are way down there. You won't get your video up. Yeah, okay. So I was working on that video, but on the other hand, I also had Swapper. So I had this big brain idea to say, like, why not taking the two topics out of each other and make 2 different videos. So I can keep the videos short within 12-13 minutes. I try to aim lower as 10 minutes, but not at the cost of losing some important things that I would like to tell about this printer, or about, in this case, the Swapper 3D, the features and the abilities on this device, because in general I do like the concept, but the execution there needs a lot of tweaking there. So I have seen the video on the nozzle swapper, though. Had my like. No, thank you. I like that. Personally, I like that you talk a bit more. What? Personally, I like that you talk a bit more than the others. You give more info. Yeah, my sometimes there are a lot of people using scripts. I have tried it to, people say, yeah, but if you are making a script, you are going to know what you are going to say. Yeah, fine. I like that. So if something goes wrong with your recording, you can take several other takes and then you are in line. But the problem is, you are going to do your research. You're going to write all things that you maybe want to say, write it down. And then in the end, you take a piece of paper and you are trying to read and record that. How does that look for the viewers? Because I don't have a fancy, thing on your teleprompter to do that. I know that there are several 3D prints that you can do and make a teleprompter, but still, I don't want to lose my time because I do full-time job and I also do full-time YouTube next to my full-time job. It's pretty hard to find 4 or 5 hours time to write the script. So yeah, basically I'm always freestyling. I know in general what I want to say, and if I say something, it's going to be spontaneous, not scripted. I don't like scripts. Thomas made his own. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I think some people don't like his style of making videos, but I actually do like Thomas quite a lot. It's I don't want to say my type of guy, but I think we would have a great time, spending time together, drinking a beer and talking about everything in German. Because, hey, ich kann auch Deutsch, ne? Ich habe, I don't know if you know German or anybody else will understand it, but ich kann sehr gut Deutsch sprechen. Ich habe seit nicht seit 2000, seit 1988 somewhere. So etwas so ab die late 1980s. Ich habe gewohnt in Venlo. So, das ist neben die deutsche Grenze. So, jedes Mal, ich hatte sehr viel deutsche Leute gesehen, immer auch deutsche Fernsehen gesehen. So, was mit Deutsch, ich habe da kein Problem mit. Aber wer? Ja, wir sprechen. You are more organic, more natural, because no script. Yeah. Because of my educational level, sometimes I don't want to sound too reading. I did try it, but then I'm trying to look to the screen and try to read it, and then it's like, huh? What did I write there? Deutsches Fernsehen. Das war's, ja. Aber let me keep in English, okay? Or else I sound really weird. Yeah, but the thing is, watching German television, being in contact with a lot of German-speaking people around in your city, my city, no, the place where I lived. It's not my city. I'm not a major there. But yeah, eventually I got in contact with a girl. She was living in Germany as well. Well, back in that day, she wasn't living in Germany, but in the Netherlands. But anyways, I moved to Germany for a time, and my son is living in Germany. But next week he will be here. Maybe we are going to do a live stream together. Maker Viking. Yay! So next week he will be here. I don't want to say it, but I know that a lot of people are going to say he's the copy of you, but the younger version. So that would be amazing. By the way, when I got some things fixed where we have to do all three. Oh, yeah. Are we going to do that on a 3D printed barbecue? Oh, wait. If it is an iron barbecue, but I rather would like to do a... You know, I don't know. I don't know how my finances are going to be, but I would say, if some people are interested and living in the Netherlands or in the area of Venray, maybe I'm going to tweet out to have a little 3D printing barbecue meetup in at my place. Did I really say that? But that would be nice. I can zoveel mensen. I know several people. John Skone from Proper Printing, Peter from the amazing 3D printing Monkey Nell. I know Bart. I know I know several others. Mr. Maker, you, Lewis. So yeah. Because I've got this barbecue from Napoleon, a model called Rogue. I'm also Rogue, you know. I'm losgeslagen. But that is a nice grill, a nice barbecue. It was a expensive one. It was almost 600 euros, but it's a nice one. I'm going to meet Joseph. Joseph? Which Joseph? You know, the thing is, the street where I'm living in, it's not that big. So if you're going to come, I'm going to see what I can do. Joseph Prusa. You know, invite Joseph Prusa here in the Netherlands. I don't know, but I would be going to the Maker Fair in Eindhoven end of September as well. So yeah, it's something that I really would like to go. Maybe my wife is also going, but maybe in the end she will say, "Ah, no, I'm not going." I don't know. I would see. How is it possible? My video about the Trunksy Crocs just had 51 views after being for almost 8 hours online. Wow. I did meet them in Maastricht. How is that possible? What had his birthday years ago in a bar where I worked. Oh, cool. But was he then already the big man? The first time that I actually met Joseph Prusa, I just started with YouTube. It was the most awkward moment. Do I have it somewhere? Do I have it somewhere? Do I have it somewhere? Yeah, I do have it. on my own website. Website games. Okay, so Zachary 3D prints. Morning. I thought it was here, but it is not there. Where did I put the picture? So currently 6 people are watching. If you just joined, feel free to say something. Maker Viking, how are you doing, sir? How is the how's your printer going? Zach, I bring beer on Sunday. Oh, no? Well, I can also arrange some butt beer, because butt beer is my favorite. And I have a freezer, so, or a fridge. Let's not put beer in the fridge. Not too long, actually. So, but you can come on Sunday. So that's great. Let's make a small 3D printing meetup from it. Sometimes when I went to John Schone from Proper Printing, he asked me, what's the occasion? What's the reason why you want to come? And I was like, I just want to visit a friend in the 3D printing community. Nothing. I'm not going to bring my camera. I'm not going to do any interview or something. But just, get in contact. No, but beer. Budweiser. Everything Budweiser. Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Oh. Hey, Power in History. How are you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. Photo Anima is also cool guy. I want to talk. Yeah, talk the talk. Also, I visit the 3D Printing Belgian. He's an amazing guy. He's very cool, very chill. If you are on Twitter, or if you don't have any Twitter account, hey, you might want to make one, because it's fun. I mean, let's say it like this. If you are in a certain community like 3D printing, it's great to be in contact with other like-minded, to grow, to encourage, or being encouraged, giving some tips or tricks to other people as well. Helping out is a great thing to do. I have my Twitter account for 12 years. I have made it in 2010. And back then I was like, what is Twitter? Why should I even use it? Sometimes I'm still wondering how Twitter works. But anyways, so I started with YouTube, and I was like, okay, I should, according to, who was it? Think Media and some other YouTube channels that are promoting to make YouTube videos, and also using social media to post your videos or to tweet out certain things, being visible, And I was like, yeah, I've got Facebook, but I never really liked Facebook. So I was like, okay, I have Twitter. I can try to use Twitter. I also had Instagram. So Facebook, I did use quite a lot before I started on YouTube. Then I start using my Twitter account. I did make another one to, to put there all the 3D printing related content, but I saw that the current one was growing faster than the other one. And then I have this Instagram, which I still get new followers, but I don't post anything, or yeah, rarely I post something there. And then also TikTok, but TikTok is something that I started this year. This year? Was that this year? Yeah, this year, I guess. So on Twitter, I have now 12 years. I've got more than 1,600 followers, which I never thought that would ever happen. I mean, who wants to follow a guy like me? I'm basically nobody. Just a random guy. Okay. And I have more than 25,000 tweets. I'm not fooling. Profile. So I'm not fooling. Can you see that? So 26,493 tweets. So am I inactive? Hi there, it's Zachary back again. Rosen from the Unfocused. So yeah, if you did notice, I tweet quite a lot. I follow you. Yeah, cool. I'm doing okay. The Fenrir Core XY is progressing nicely. Yeah. To work as much as you. Yeah, I really understand. So that can happen sometimes. I really do not get why your channel is small. Yeah, you know, I also don't know how that works. Sorry, I don't want to say anything bad about other channels, so I'm not going to do that, but I'm giving an opinion that might trigger other people. There are some channels that grow because they are getting free stuff. I did get some now, but you know, if you want to run with the others, you know, if you don't get a brand new machine that a company just published, you will get back. So to avoid that, I started 3 years ago. I started with news and updates videos. In 2020, I started with it 2 years ago. It feels so much longer. Why is that? So I started with news and updates. So with the mindset, okay, before everybody else will get a printer, let's cover this. So eventually people are going to look to those printers and will find my video because it already got some traction. Yeah, well, some videos will get some views, some will not get any views, but that is something, it's always happening on YouTube. And yeah, why I don't get so much views, I don't know. I do my best. I try to be as informative as possible, try to make it as entertaining as possible. And if you are watching the video from last week, I did something extra, which I never did before, trying to make it also more entertaining. So the live stream here is called on the category entertainment. So it's not to learn, it's not about gaming, it's not anything or how to like it's normally would be. It's just entertainment. That's what I always ask. Huh? What? Yeah, yes. Some small channels will get also a lot of stuff from different kind of brands, and um, okay. So little example. I try if I hear a company is going to announce a 3D printer or going to release anything or they have a special thing, I set it in my calendar so that I know, okay, so I know from Focus they are going to do something with the Focus Smart, a brand new uh, upgraded Focus Odin 5 F3 3D printer. That printer was already amazing, no Kickstarter, just from out of nowhere, a great machine. And now they are going to push the Focus Smart, a smarter 3D printer with camera, with some other nice features. And so I made a video about it. And Dora, because I received their first one, I asked Dora if there is a possibility to send me one review unit. Well, I don't want to say it's free because you make the recording, you make some work, or you're putting some efforts in it to actually make content with this printer. In return, you will get some views, you will get some more traction, and it will go automatically. So several months ago, Anycubic had a few new printers that they are going to release. Nothing was known, but they announced it, and suddenly a lot of people had already review ready on YouTube. And I was like, I don't need to do anything. And that moment I crushed into a little depression, and I was like, yeah, how can I compete with something like that? I mean, serious. So I will try to do my best, try to be as professional as possible, but still being myself, and go with the flow. That's the only thing I can do at this moment. Where is your bamboo carbon X1? I don't have one. I don't have one. That's, I mean, a lot of people get one. And yeah, I didn't, because my channel doesn't meet any MOQ, whatever MOQ means. I asked several. There is one printer standing here. It's from a company half a year ago. They tried to sell me printer as a company to me as a company. And I was like, you know, I have no funds in buying any 3D printer now, because my printers, if I'm using them for certain projects or certain things that I want to show, they are getting hungry, and so filament needs to be bought. But I also use some services like back in that day, Streamyards. Streamyards was costing 22 euros each month, but I didn't use it for, I think, in half a year. Also some other tools like vidIQ and other things that I need to get a insight in my analytics or do some video editing or doing some other things. Those things are costing money. And if I only get 130 euros from YouTube, then I don't have any money left to spend on those kind of things. So there is still a lot of own money going into the YouTube channel, whether I do have money for that or not. So a company reached out to me to sell a printer, and I was like, you know, I cannot buy it right now, but if you send it to me, I will make several videos about it, giving you extra publicity and extra exposure to Twitter, to YouTube, to TikTok, and in return I get a free unit, you know. And they said, yeah, seeing your YouTube channel, you don't meet our MOQ. Okay, fine, no problem. I'm going to sit back in the corner and wait until something maybe happens. But anyways, that company contacted me several weeks ago via my official YouTube email, and they said like this and that, and I was like, am I going to remind them that a few months ago I didn't meet any MLQ, even though my channel didn't grew that much? But anyways, just don't get mad. Yeah. Yeah. That is because they get paid. Well, you know, with all printers that I bought with my own money, I'll try to be as open. Yeah, no, that is going to sound really weird if I'm going to continue that sentence. No, if I paid a 3D printer with my own money, I will say review. If I didn't buy it and I got it, well, except for the Loyal Moses Prusa Mini, when I got it from the company myself, I will not going to call it a review, and I'm also going to be clear in that the artillery sidewinder, I did buy it last year, but my payment got rejected. I tried it again, got rejected again. So I was like, okay, artillery, if you don't want to have my money, then I will go to the next printer. And I bought with that money the JG Maker Artist D. So artillery was, you know, making advertisements on Twitter. And I was like, you know, I really would like to have a sidewinder too, but I tried to pay it 2 or 3 times, but you rejected my money, so I cannot buy this printer. And then they DM'd me and they said, well, we would like to send you next too. So they sent it to me. But if you are going to watch my videos about that, there is no review about that printer. Also not the Focus as well. And the JG Maker Artist D, I didn't make any review video of it because it's a user-related issue. Yeah, that's true. IDEX, when you screw up the right extruder, it's going to be shit. No, because there is a screw. There are 4 screws on the back side, and 1 on the top. You need to unscrew a little bit so that the screw that is on the top will push or pull the extruder higher or lower. And then if you've done that, then you screw the 4 screws tight, and then it's great. But in the machine itself, there is also an offset. So if you use that and the offset together, the 2 heads are not perfectly aligned. So if you are going to print something like a calibration cube or Banshee in multicolor or 2-tone color, it's going to be, yeah, not aligned. Don't get mad, but you're one of the rare few that give an independent advice and reviews like Anna said. Oh, thank you, Lewis. We'll explain one day. IDEX is a thing. I am just learning. I'm honest, yeah. When I understand it, be sure I come and help fix it. Well, I did an amazing 2-tone color print job on that printer. It's this one from Pixum Dude, one of the cool people in the community. But you would say, but hey, that isn't 2-tone. Well, if you are looking here to the feed, you will see that there is a second color. But that was the brim. Yeah, so this one, the Artist D Pro, or the Artist D Pro, is the second one, and I think that one wasn't on the Kickstarter. And I did also make a video about it, giving, like normal, a closer look on it and my opinion. Sometimes people say, yeah, but Zachary, you are giving your thoughts and comments about the 3D printer that you don't have. And then I say to the people, you know that a lot of those printers are standing here in the room. Well, back then I was sitting downstairs, but like the Mars 2 Pro or the CR200b or the Ender 6 or the Focus Odin Smart or the JG Make Artist D Pro or the Artillery Sidewinder X2 or the BQBX or almost every printer that I did a closer look on, I bought. Or I have. So yeah. If I don't find a printer interesting, I'll also tell. I will definitely tell that. I mean, look to the Swapper 3D. Or which other printer? Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't know if you know this printer, but the Sculpto 2 Pro. I bought it last year. It was an expensive printer as well. And I have a video called the Sculpto 2 Pro early review. And I mentioned in the video that I was making this review, why I didn't like it and why I was going to send it back. Because what I usually do during a review process, I also post my results on Twitter and also seeing how people respond to it. Well, I got some ugly prints coming out of the Sculpto. And the problem is, it's working off an app. So you don't have any possibility to use Cura or Prusa Slicer to slice your own models. Put it there on the printer. Put an SD card in there. It's not possible. Yeah, was it? So I was thinking about it to do also a pledge for the Bamboo Labs Carbon X with AMS, because the AMS is something that I really would like. I mean, I want to have the possibility to at least use 4 different kind of colors in prints. But I'm thinking of it to actually go for the what was it called? Crazy Carrot or something like that. Parrot Carrot, something like that. Whereas Zolon last week talked about to me here in the chat. I'm going to check how much filament that I would need, how much stuff that I need to buy. Because a lot of, and I tweeted that yesterday or the day before, I want to do a lot of projects, but some projects will take time, but also a lot of money. And since, you know, I also need to feed my family, I need to make a decision. Am I going to, for example, buy parts for the InMove robot? Am I going to buy motors? Am I going to buy electronics for that? So for that reason, I sometimes don't do any projects at all. But one of the projects that I'm currently working on, or going to start with it, is with a belt printer. Oh, the crazy rabbit. Carrot feeder. Yeah, carrots. So yeah, that is something that I really would like. And I started the talk about that one. You did? Oh, cool. The crazy carrot. No, I know that Solon also mentioned something about it, but I think also being in the chat itself. Oh yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, I need to look after my expensive and also expenses and making the choice. Am I going to buy some new filaments, or am I going to spend it on some parts? Wouter, you did want to say something. I did not see it. But the Bamboo Labs, I think the printer is a great printer. Uh, I don't know where all the things came from, but they did something quite amazing. There are some small things that they need to be fixed, but eventually, I think this printer is going to. Yeah, yeah, it's a great idea, Lewis. Um, so I reached out per email to Bamboo Labs and I said, I know that a lot of influencers on YouTube, TikTok, wherever they are, all are, um, were given a review unit. Typo. Oh, I've got them too. That's why I like more talking than typing. Uh, so I asked them. I have also made the closer look video on the Bamboo Labs. I made two videos where I mentioned the printer. Um, I said, well, I don't know if I meet any requirements in order to review to receive a review unit, but they said, we are going to put you on a waiting list, and we will let you know once we will ship one. So I don't expect anything of it because I got also an email from MakerPi for the Pi 3, I guess. I never saw anything back. I got also an email from WizMaker from the P1, the voice control 3D printer. Yeah, if I respond, but I don't get any response back, why would they send me an email to start with? Might make more videos about printing, tuning add-ons like a forum build, rhetoric. You, or do you mean like I should do that? The thing is, something like a Voron. Yeah, I do have a Voron. I didn't finish it because it was a long duration um, um, project. I built it during live streams, but I want to focus more to build something, make some nice pictures, make some nice video footage, and eventually make it as a nice collage or nice video that for everybody is pleasant to watch. That if you want to know something, that you can get your information as soon as possible, because I can build here a 3D printer that is standing here, but I have seen from a lot of live streams, yeah, people show up, but sometimes I was just streaming for 10, 11 people building it. People are talking, you are responding to it, and you are not really focusing on the build itself. I want to focus myself to talk to the people, to show some stuff, to do maybe some crazy things, and eventually, having some nice time together. And then doing a printer build or doing some projects, make some nice footage, and eventually next week or in 2 weeks, I can make this into a whole nice video that is, going to be watched. Because some of the live streams where I built, nobody actually watched anymore. You could do that. Oh yeah, but the thing is, nowadays a Voron 2.4 kit, those are expensive. They are around the almost €1,000. I don't even have money for buying a Prusa MK3S because that is a printer. Believe it or not, but that is one on my wish list to buy. I don't want to say anything about the Swapper 3D, but I do want to have a MMU or a Mosaic Palette Pro 3 or a Palette 3 Pro on it. Having the possibility to print multicolors, 4, 5, maybe 8. At what point did you build the Voron? Got stuck. Oh, You know, I bought the Voron 0.0 kit. I printed parts for the 0.0 kit. I start assembling with the instruction for the 0.1 kit. So I bought several times. I bought parts on a website from Latvia, um, adding besides the kit price of AliExpress, I think I bought another 400 euros worth of stuff. Self-sourcing. Make it yourself, yeah. Yeah, but it's going to be a project. Like, I buy some parts, I print some parts, I buy some parts, I print some parts, and eventually after 3-4 years, oh yeah, I was working on this project. One of the project in Move, the humanoid robot, I printed for 3 months on Twitch. I don't know if the site is somewhere, which one it is, I don't know. But I printed everything on it. Or I streamed for 3 months straight. Yeah, was it straight? It was a long time. It was really long time. So almost everything is printed from the mid torso to the head and the hands. No legs, because the legs were long duration prints and was also taking way longer time. So I decided, I have built it, but I didn't have, and yeah, I do have some servo motors in it, but to buy all the parts, it was going to be expensive, because some servo motors were around the 20, 30, maybe 40 euros. So I was like, dang it. Wow. 4 on 2.4. Almost 1,200 euros. Yeah, it's insane. And then you don't have any printed parts. So I was in contact with Creality, because they sent me the Cr200b, and I was like, I've got this crazy idea, and I really need a belt printer. Would you be able to send me something like that I can show on my YouTube channel during the project build, during the prints, during everything? And after a few days, they said, sorry, we cannot do that. Your channel isn't big enough, because the printer is expensive. Yeah, so like mentioned, I want to do more project-based kind of 3D prints, more project builds. I really like the way how John Skonen does it, and how Ivan Miranda's is doing certain things. Getting some more cinematic views, doing some more crazy stuff, and less talking, more showing. But I think that is going to be hard for me, because I like to talk. I love Move. Oh, I'm looking forward on Sunday. That thing is in boxes in on the attic, but I think I'm going to build the Move robot, but without the parts. Herford. I need to look that up next Sunday, or this coming Sunday then. No, but I was talking about also social media usage. I don't know if you have any social media, but to really get in connection with brands, with the companies, with people, with other like-minded in the 3D printing community, I would say Twitter is an amazing platform for that. I always thought, oh well, Facebook is great, but then eventually I thought, like, if you really would like to get in contact with companies, there are some I don't know which company it was, but I said, why are you only on Facebook? Open an account on Twitter and start using that platform, because it's amazing. You have the brands, the companies, and you have the people all together on this one platform. It's the place to be. I mean, politicians are not using Facebook. No, they are using Twitter to post certain topics or certain things about politics. Everybody's using Twitter for a special. I think Twitter is the marketplace to um, to express the thing that is bothering your mind, or things you want to show off on the World Wide Web besides YouTube. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know how to categorize Facebook in this. It is a social media, but it's different. I can say from experience, if you have a lot of pictures or you want to show things with pictures, Instagram is your guy. Instagram is the place to be. Twitter, if you want to get in contact with people, doesn't matter if you are famous or if you are just a dude like me, you can get easily contact with some famous people, or maybe some other people. Um, hey, non-fam, how are you doing? Hashtag power. Yeah. So one time I was back in the early days of Twitter. No, not back in the early days. In 2019, I just started using Twitter a little bit more, and there was this one actress that I was following quite a lot. She is the daughter of Castle from the TV shows Castle, and so Alexa, I don't know, Molly Quinn, is she called? She posted something about, I think, food or something, and I responded to that. And I was like, yeah, enjoy the meal, something like that. And she responded back, not just liking, but also saying something. And I was like, hey, I really like this platform. So yeah, at that moment I started to use that more. But from all those peoples that I used to follow quite a lot on Twitter, I don't know if I'm still, if they are still active. Oh, I'm doing fine. I got a lot of water here in this Coke bottle. I smell I smell the flask. I smell the bottle, and it smells like Coca-Cola. But there's water in it. But if I say that's water in it, nobody will believe me. They will say, Zachary, there is vodka in it. We all know that is the case. But zero sugar, okay? No, but yeah, Facebook. How would you call Facebook? I mean, Twitter is, connecting the whole community. Well, if you, yeah, let's say it like this. I like 3D printing. I like computers. I like tech. I like anime. I like video games. I like space. I like everything space related. I like electric vehicles. I like also making stuff, but more the crafting, the where you need to do hard work with your hands. Quick, quick. But I see that a lot of people like Make a Potato. He 3D prints the Starship starship at Boca Chica with the Megazilla, and he posts this, and I'm like, yo, you are also following the same thing that I really like. Or this guy who makes stuff for but he also makes amazing models of Starship and the super heavy or the super booster, and everything with that. Anbong, Andong, something like that. And one time he shipped or he sent one of his models to Marcus' house. So the community is very well connected to each other. It's insane how many people are connected on several different kind of interests. It's nice. It's not water. He fools you. It's vodka. You have a PlayStation 2, 3, 4? I have got a PlayStation 4 Pro, but what do you mean with hacking? Because I only have games for the PlayStation 4, no other ones. Jailbreak, free games. You know, I hope you don't mind, but I want I'm I'm not of the jailbreaking. Because I have this PlayStation Plus subscription. I already get some free games, and you know I don't use it that much like I normally would do. I have an Ender 6 and cannot get rid of my stringing. I would say check your retraction settings in your slicer software. Which slicer software are you using? If possible, try to use Prusa Slicer because it is it has an optimized profile for your Ender 6. There comes the Dutch around the corner. Or lowering the temperature according to the specifications of your filament. Do I play Red Dead Redemption 2? Well, as a matter of fact, I do have it laying here. Did I play it? Well, I did get it installed, and after a while I did install it because I didn't play it at all, and I was just taking some space from my hard drive. Now, currently, for my second YouTube channel, Easy Zach, it's one word. I'm doing gameplay on this name of the other YouTube channel. It's gameplay of the most popular games to boost that channel. I try to reach a 200 subscriber milestone by the end of 2022. You know, sometimes it's great to set goals that you think you actually not going to reach, but you know, you can always have a goal to strive for and try to reach try to reach that goal, you know? Setting a standard, coming out of the comfort zone. And I'm playing games on the PlayStation because my PC, I did start the channel using the PC. I lost my Minecraft world. I'm very sad. I'm very sad and angry to the computer brand, because now my chickens, my sheep are forever lost in the megabit space. They will never return out of it. They live fourth in my video as those chickens. I mean, I do like the chickens in Minecraft. They are adorable. Did you ever think about it? If you have one egg and you smash it on the ground and there will be a chicken coming out, you will get some grain. You will give the grain to the chicken. The chicken will grow. That is what happens. But then this chicken lays an egg. There is a possibility that it is going to give another chicken. You ever think about it? That the reproduction of this chicken is by itself? Talking about some weird shit. So, yeah. So then you have two chickens running around in your chicken coop, and so you will give them some grain. Now they make love, and there will be instant chicken. Yeah, because an egg can be nothing, can be a chicken. Yeah, something like that. I'm using Cura, and I have adjusted settings for retraction temperature. I'm using direct drive extruder. Oh, yes. If you're using a direct drive extruder, I don't know what your retraction setting was before, because I know from Bowden it's 5.0. Hey Nadir, how are you doing? Welcome. I'm not really sure, because I hardly change anything in Slicer softwares. Except for, you know, the basic things like the infill, brim, or skirts, some supports, maybe temperature, some other little settings, but I rarely touch the retraction settings or something like that. But if you having stringing issues, then check your retraction settings. If you know, no. I almost want to say, if you have a direct drive extruder printer next to your Ender 6, try to see which kind of retraction settings it has. But usually, if you have a Bowden, your retraction settings are usually higher. If you are having a direct drive extruder, you can lower your extraction settings. But there are also a lot of people here in the chat that have more experience with direct drive extruder settings. They might help you out. Yeah, I also would say 1.1 or 1.5 at a 35-45 millimeter per second, because I have a Bowden tube or a Bowden tube extruder on the Ender 6. Well, LDO said that they would send me an orbiter for this machine, but that might be a dream or something. I don't know. Usually I run 0.4 till 0.7 millimeter retraction on my direct drive printers. Wow. So I would say to Alex, just write those settings down and go and play with it. And also checking the temperature settings for your type of filament. Still gets stringing. How far is the pull back, or the millimeters per second? Oh, it's so tiny. Yeah, mine is so tiny I don't see it anywhere. So usually if you have stringing, lower your temperature. If you are printing with PLA, what bed temperature are you using? The best adhesion I have at 50, 60 degrees Celsius for the bed. If you have PLA filament, you can try using a temperature of 200, maybe 205. Oh yeah, so already a lot of adjustments done. So what brand do you have for your filament? Yeah, yeah, indeed. I'm using 205. So your retraction settings are 1.4. You have it at 1 at 45 millimeters per second. So what you can do is adjusting the millimeters per second a little bit higher so that it is faster in pulling it back. How long did you use your nozzle over your PLA filaments? Oh, I have heard quite a lot about this brand, so it's not a bad filament at all. Yeah, so I'm looking to the Overture Eco PLA Filaments Midnight Black. Weight scale. So this filament, it says it is bubble free. It's clog free and tangle free, so that's great. Yeah, fine. So if I'm looking to the settings for the nozzle is between the 190 till 220 degrees. The bed temperature is 50 till 70 degrees. But this is for the this is for the Eco PLA filaments. So you might check the Bowden. It fixes, yeah. No, but there might be a little issue because which kind of direct drive are you using? Which one? DVD beep beep. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know, for me, for almost all the printers where I use PLA, I will always get very nice results with 205, 210 degrees. I rarely change BMD direct drive extruder. Is that an original BMG? So the I have heard that some my wife says uh, how they treat him, it's just like he's a king or something. I usually print PLA at 215 degrees. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I saw that too. But if I print something, most of the time, especially in the time that I printed some Flexi Dragons, so spool filament was running empty. I changed it. Then I knew it was PLA, so I just put it in and yeah, run and print. So I'm looking here to the genuine Bowden BMG extruder. But it's not the correct one. At what speeds? Oh, yeah, that can also. You know, if you have some string issues, that can be depending on which kind of setup that you have. It can have. Oh my gosh. Um, I lost it. So if you have stringing issues, there can be so many reasons why you get it. But most of the time, or your retraction settings, or your filament, or your temperature. But yeah, if you have checked them, then there is some other problems. And I don't know how your direct drive extruder looks like. But if I look into this, this is the extruder, but I'm missing here something. The acceleration control is off. Why have your acceleration control off? because the Ender 6 is in Core XY printer, so he can print at higher speeds. For the stringing, it shouldn't be really a problem. So yeah, this is the BMG extruder, but it's not a direct drive. Print heads. Something like this is what you have, or this, because this looks more like an extruder. BDB. So which one do you mean? The ones that you are seeing right now, or the other style? Because these are the direct drive extruders, but the LGX, one of the best extruders there is. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is my thought as well, because I know that there is a I think a V6 hot end, or hot end going underneath it. $3D Mon deal direct Bowden. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to look it up. They must have a big profit margin on those. Yeah. So if I hear something like I've got the BMG, then I would think about this type of setup. This is the BMG, and then a V6 hot end underneath it, and you're good to go. But here in the tube there is a PTFA tube, making sure that the filament is not going to get stuck in between the the cool fans, or the pathway, that there is a Bowden lining in between, so that it runs smoothly into the heater block. It's basically the same as BNG, just a clone. Yeah. Although usually of a worse quality than the original one. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you pay a lot of money for a clone. No. Sometimes you are paying a lot of money for the original, but then you will get some very great quality in return. That is how mine is set up. Yeah, that's the idea what I had when I heard the term BMG, direct drive extruder. So I am thinking if you have some stringing issue, yeah. So try to, the first thing, try to check your temperature. You can lower it down. I saw that 190 was the lowest point of the Overture Eco PLA filament. So 190 till 220 degrees. So if you're now currently printing at 205, try to use it to 200 or 200 or 109 or 195 degrees. Yeah, you can try that. If that is not working, then try to take the part out and see if there is a PTFE tube lining in there. See how well it is connected, because if you are using a clone, nothing against a clone, but sometimes there are things that just not are it when it comes to something like this. Same stringing with, yeah, that's a great question. Old filament, wet filament, that are also possibilities. Hey, Wouter, je bent goed op dreef, man. Thanks. So, yes, same stringing no matter what filament I use. Are you sure you are printing at 205 degrees? Is your temperature sensor also saying 205? What is your nozzle size? 0.4? Yeah, make a Viking. I think that is also a great idea to start with it and then see. Or gears binding. Is your thermistor damaged? Yeah. I mean, like Wouter asked, with other filaments you have the same issue. In this case, yes. So it's not filament related. It is more somewhere is wrong in the hardware. So 0.4 millimeter nozzle size, and it is saying 205. Yeah, but to start PID tuning, not every printer is capable of doing a PID tuning, especially the Creality Ender 6, because the firmware inside of the printer is closed. It's not open, so it's not. You can hook a computer to it, but you cannot PID tune it like that. So the stringing is why you change the hot end and extruder and still have the same issue. What? Okay, so temperature, new extruder. Yeah. Yeah, and especially when gears are made out of plastic, I mean, if you want to set some cheap product there, yeah, it's great, but it's yeah, values. I've tried PID tuning but won't save the values. Yes, that is the issue with the Ender Ender 6 new thermostat. So you did everything you can. How long do you have the printer? Yeah, but Lewis, the thing is, the Creality and the 3 and the 6, they don't have this EEPROM to store those kind of changes onto. The board is closed. You need to open it up and then, yeah, running Marlin or Clipper. No, I think he runs Marlin. Hmm. I have a volcano hot end. Oh, that is with the longer heater block. Oh, PID PID would possibly stabilize the temps if they are unstable, but I don't think that's the issue where, yeah. I also, yeah, you can always try to PID tune it, but yeah. So I'm looking on Google volcano hot ends retraction settings, because retraction settings was the first thing that when I typed in volcano hot end, that was one of the things that suggested more. By default with Marlin, it's not possible to PID tune to PID. It is factory defaults, right? So you change. Yeah. So usually the thin white wires is the thermistor. The thicker wires are the, you know, the heated bed. The heated the heater cartridge. Hmm. If you read, okay, so what retraction speed should I use? If you retract too quickly, the filament will separate from the hot plastic inside of the nozzle, or the quick movement of the drive gear may even grind away pieces of your filament. There is a usually sweet spot somewhere in between the 1200 and 6000 millimeters per minute. So that would mean somewhere between the 20 and 100 millimeters per second, where the retraction performs the best. This thing has been a headache for the last 3 months. Oh yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, it's a thermistor straight from Creality. Okay, so that's no issue. Hmm. This thing is okay. Um. Checked AM flow settings. So, okay, you are using. Okay, let's do it like this. You are using Cura right now. Go to the website of prusa.com and download Prusa Slicer. Within Prusa Slicer, once it is installed, then go and add a printer in what's it called? Add custom printer or something like that. But there is our FFF manufacturer, something like that. There. What am I doing difficult? So. So I'm going to share my screen again. So this is Prusa Slicer. So within Prusa Slicer, you are going to configuration assistant. Yeah, well, I don't want to install that. So you got here other suppliers or other manufacturers. You click on it and then you find Creality. So this one, this one, and then you go next. So here you have the ND6 with the 0.4 millimeter nozzle. So what are you going to do? You are going to test this one out as well. Yeah. So Creality ND6 and then complete. And it is done. Oh, yeah. Okay, Gary, thank you and see you next time. So Creality ND6, select it, and try to print in Banshee. Try to print something else where you had stringing issues with, and see if your slicer is the issue. You got to go. Good luck. Zachary print. Let's start rebuilding the form. Yeah, I need to put 5 covers on it, and then I'm going to use that one as well. So, okay, so try that one out. Probably next week I will also be doing a live stream because I'm going to end this one because my body is going into the mode for getting me to my bed. I feel my legs are, doing those energy cramps. And also I feel that my eyes, my eyes are getting tired. But usually, Alex, usually if I want to get some amazing prints out of my printer, I'm using Cura Slicer and I'm using Prusa Slicer. but Prusa Slicer has some amazing preset configurations that usually work. I'm not really sure if this is going to work, but it will eliminate from the slicer being the issue. Oh, no. Alex, listen, we are a 3D printing community, and on the Twitter side, we always like to help other makers, other people out with issues. So it's not only me, it's also other people in the chat that have a lot of experience within the 3D printing. And if I don't know it, I will search it up, or like I do just now, ask other people, hey, feel free to help out, because it's not only me, it's the whole printing community. I'm just a host. Hey, Lewis, another Lewis here. This is going to be fun. Hey, Lewis, how are you doing? I mean, the Lewis from South Africa. Always great, thanks. Thanks for the stream. Be safe. Mail tomorrow. See you Sunday. Yeah, cool. I've been printing for 4 years and I can never... Huh? Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, Lewis, that is so true. 3D printing is helping each other. And I do need to say, in some groups on Facebook, it's very toxic. There are a lot of people mistreating other people. So, how was that fancy word called? Trolling newbies. It's not fun. But on the Twitter side, it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's pleasant. If you have an issue, you can always post it. There are people responding to it. And if you don't know anybody on Twitter, just Zachary _Bergen, add me and or tag me in the tweet, and I always checking that. Helping me regarding face mode on the Ender 6. Yeah, I did. How's your face mode going now? Yeah, sometimes I can only give hints or tips to push you to the right direction, because most printers are not stock anymore, and sometimes people have issues because they change something, which can be very good, but you need to take some time in it to fine-tune it. And I always I have those things as well. And if I find a solution for something, I record it and I make a video of it and showing the people how I solved it, and maybe it helped them. I had one video posted several weeks ago. It was about the Prusa Mini. That's one of the reasons why the Prusa Mini is now totally gone from the view. I didn't throw it away, but I replaced the Bowden tube that was inside of the printer, but I also changed the heater block with the heater brake. So that was a while back. So the tube, I don't know what happened, but something was not right. So I took another one. I cut it to size, made a video about it. I was like, maybe this will help people. And I got from some people some bad comments. One was saying, this is totally wrong. This is not how it's supposed to go, and blah, blah, blah. So after that, I took the video off and I was like, okay. Thanks for the video. You made it a while back. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Lewis. Thank you very much. So I'm going to... I'm going to show my face because it's getting more red around my eyes. My eyes are struggling to, get me to bed. There were days that I could stream to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock without stopping, and now it's like my body kicking me over. So, everybody, I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you so very much for this very pleasant, this wonderful live stream. Next week, I'm trying to do a live stream again. My oldest son would be here for the holidays, 2 weeks holidays. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a live stream, but I need to check during the day if I'm going to do that. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next